Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. So let's talk about hormones and specifically women's hormones because I have been kind of like collecting at this point a bunch of books about women's hormones, and honestly I love that topic. I am currently like taking a certification for holistic nutrition, but I've been like on this journey, like nutrition journey, and learning a lot about women's hormones, my hormones, what works for me, what works for my body, how I can help my body, etc., etc. Because at the beginning of this year, my hormones were so all over the place and I just did not know what I was doing. And I knew so little, and now I think I know a lot more. I'm not gonna say that I know every single thing that there is to know about hormones because that would be false. But I do have quite a few books that I can recommend to you guys if you're interested in this topic. And yeah, okay, so I haven't read all of these books. I have gotten into a few of these. My family members have read a few of these as well, and it's just the ones that we love. So let's start with, I think, like the most basic ones that you can start with. Those would be two books. So the first book that you should totally read if you're interested in this is In the Flow by Alyssa Vitti. This is the book right here. I actually haven't finished this book, but from what I've read, I absolutely love this book, and you can get so much knowledge from this book and learn so much. And I really suggest this book as like an introduction if you don't know a lot. If you want to start learning and getting into this world, this one is gonna be perfect. So basically this book is a biohacking program to optimize your diet, fitness, work, and relationships according to your monthly cycle and infradian rhythm. So there is so much to learn about the menstrual cycle and what you go through every month that it is insane. I honestly didn't know half of the things that I know now. I knew like very little about my cycle, didn't pay much attention to what I was feeling or anything because I have struggled with like cramps, like menstrual cramps, for so like my entire life. And honestly, I was just so fed up that I started learning, and I started really listening to my body and actually learning about all the signs and the symptoms, and what you put into your body is so important. So if you want to learn the basics, this is gonna be a good start. And also for the basics, Period Power by Macy Hill, and this is basically how to harness your hormones and get your cycle working for you, because that is the thing. We have to learn how to like get our like cycles to work for us. And there are so many things that you can do to actually make your life so much better. And honestly, these books are the perfect combination if you want to start. I did start this one. Still haven't finished this one because honestly it's quite chunky and it has a lot of information. So just to give you guys kind of like a summary of what you could be learning from this book, basically gives you a lot of information about your cycle and gives you a cycle strategy, and also like tips and tricks of things that you can do. Okay, now let's get more into nutrition, because this is like a huge part of like taking care of your hormones. What you eat and what you put into your body is so important. So for the first couple of months that I did this, I was trying to really work with my cycle and literally eat different things and specific things for the specific menstrual phases. So I got this book off of Amazon. It's the Moon Cycle Cookbook. This one right here. It's basically a cookbook, but also it teaches you about the different foods that you could be eating at each menstrual phase. So for example, it teaches you about your menstrual phase, what foods to add or what foods to reduce. It also gives you recipes, a lot of recipes that are high in antioxidants, which are so good, high in iron, like a lot of vitamins that you would need in those phases. But you, instead of like taking a supplement for it, you just literally eat the different foods that have those vitamins. And you're basically just nourishing your body with the right type of foods for your cycle. It gives you so many great recipes. This is like your perfect cookbook if you want to follow, if you want to eat for your menstrual cycle. Like, this is it. Okay, next up is learning about sugar and sugar spikes and what sugar spikes do to our bodies. For example, I have always struggled with, again, with really bad menstrual cramps, headaches, acne, and a lot of those triggers are triggered because of sugar. So I really recommend you read Glucose Revolution by Jessie Inchauspe. She is literally a genius. I love her so much. She actually, this is her first book. She actually came out with a most recent one, and it's kind of like a part 2 to her strategy. But basically, this book will teach you how to balance your blood sugar. And honestly, it's so important, you guys. It's really, really important. And what I really like about this book is that it doesn't tell you like stop eating sugar. It's not gonna tell you like go keto or just stop eating sugar. No, that's what I love about this book. It actually gives you a lot of tips and tricks on how to reduce those sugar spikes, which can be triggering a lot of symptoms in your body. So this one is a perfect addition. Then we have Women, Food, and Hormones by Sarah Gottfried. This one right here. This one I haven't read, but I've heard amazing things. Women's bodies don't work the way men's do. So why are we stuck following health plans designed by and for men? Dr. Sarah in this book presents the Gottfried Protocol, a science-based plan designed to reset and balance your hormones and accelerate fat loss. Work with, not against, women's hormones. Decrease stress, hunger, and cravings, target belly fat and reduce inflammation, increase levels of key anti-aging hormones. So this is why I love these books specifically, because they're really tailored to women's hormones and not in general hormones. Okay, the last book is in Spanish actually, but if you want like a more scientific book and you can read Spanish, I'm not sure if this book is in English, but I'm just gonna mention it either way. Es La microbiota idiota. Descubre cómo tu salud depende de los billones de microorganismos que habitan en tu cuerpo. So basically microorganisms, gut health, probiotics, because you want to help your gut, heal your gut, and that is gonna be another key component to balancing out all of your symptoms that you may be having. So if you want more of a scientific book, this is gonna be it. My mom read this one and she was like, yeah, this is definitely a lot more scientific than the other ones. Those are all the books, you guys, that I'm gonna recommend to you today. If you are interested in any of these topics, then I hope you guys like these books. I really wanted to do this video because honestly I love the topic and books can teach you so much. And hopefully I'm gonna do a part 2 when I get more books about this topic, so stay tuned. And I also wanted to tell you guys that I decided that on Thursdays I'm gonna be posting videos in Spanish, because I remembered that I used to post videos in Spanish, like book recommendations and book videos in Spanish, and a lot of you seem to like it, so I'm going to go back to that and maybe do like a video in Spanish a week. Let's see. I'm gonna try my best. Those are all my recommendations. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below and turn the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. And I will see you in my next one.